Peace, 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 love, harmony, and light. Grand Rising family, this is Chief Kalinago with another video. They say today is Saturn Day. Well, the sun is out here in Pennsylvania. It's out, but it's brick. It's really cold outside. But anyway, you know the knowledge gotta keep coming. You know, I gotta keep you warm. I gotta keep you enlightened. All right. With the knowledge. I woke up with this message in my heart today, and I would like to share it with you. Messages are always for the upliftment, the enlightening, and for educational purposes, but not limited to. I want to take this time out to thank my ancestors for, just, opening up my eyes, not just to give me sight or insight, but also give me vision. I appreciate them so much. And, of course, the old saying that, the old adage, honor your mother and father so that your days can be longer. So I don't just honor my physical parents that I have here now, but I honor all those who came before me, because they have walked the journey, and I always ask them to show me the way. Show me the so-called good and show me the so-called bad, and also the indifferent. And that has helped me out a lot. But with that being said, I want to talk to you about a couple of things, a few things actually, more than just a couple. Now, this video may seem a little bit all over the place, but I'm going to try to stay within context of each topic. But I am going to talk about a few different things. The first thing I would love to talk about is identifying your journey, identifying your purpose, and identifying those that are supposed to walk with you. A lot of us, are waking up, to realize that everything we have been taught is a lie. And I'm talking about every single thing was a lie. All right. And we are trying to find our way, trying to find our path, our purpose, so to speak. And it gets a little scary sometimes. It does. And sometimes it gets lonely. Well, a lot of times it gets lonely. But, my advice to you today is don't be afraid. Okay? Don't worry yourself, because you know why? Everything that you are living right now, you had already planned it for yourself. You see, you came before your physical self to put all those things in place. So therefore, you looked at your life on a big screen, a big movie screen, if I may, and you sat down or stood up or laid down, whichever, state of mind that you were in at that time, and you literally composed your life. Okay? You are the creator, the director, the producer, the grip, the sound person, the boom, the engineer. You are all those things in one. Okay? Literally creating a stage play, which is your life. So you have already written the script. So everything that you're living right now, it is because it's preordained, meaning that you wrote that script for yourself. Or the people that you're getting in contact with is because you had a contract with them. Y'all came together and said, hey, listen, you know what? In 2016, we're going to do this. In 2017, I'm going to do this for you or to you, vice versa. We live in a contractual universe. So everything that you're going through, it is an experience that was already pre-planned. Now, it doesn't mean that you cannot rewrite your script. Yes, you can. And if you choose to rewrite your script, guess what? That was already in the first script. So there is no way you could go wrong. You see, what people don't realize is that everybody didn't come here on this journey to be what they call positive. Okay? Everybody didn't come here on this journey to be what they call good. Some people came here to be negative. Some people came here to be bad. Some people came here to give life, and some people came here to give death. It is up to each and every one of us to identify our purpose, and not just our purpose, but other people's purpose in our lives, because you see, it affects us. It does. It affects us. So with that being said, me personally, I could only speak for myself. I don't get mad at people, or at least I try not to. I make an attempt not to get mad at people for being who they are. When somebody show me who they truly are, I don't get mad at them. Or at least I make an attempt not to, because I'm still growing myself. However, I put myself in a position where I could identify who they are. Their so-called good qualities, their so-called positive qualities, and their so-called bad or negative qualities, so that I could learn from the so-called bad qualities or negative qualities, but also from the good ones and the positive ones, but use the positive ones to work with. You see, it's a matter of choice. So people's positive qualities or good qualities, I welcome that. Okay? I use that to do what we have to do, or to do what I have to do. But the negative qualities or the so-called bad qualities, I don't use those things. I just identify it so that I could stay away from it. You see, that is the process of self-mastery. When you're learning to master yourself, because that is the goal, for you to master yourself. So, in essence, we are here together. All right? We are here together. And I'm not gonna hate somebody because they are so-called bad or so-called good. What I am gonna do as the master of self is I am going to, yes, I'm gonna honor the person. However, I'm gonna use the good and not ignore the bad. Identify the bad, but don't allow that negative energy to enter into my space. I hope that makes sense. At the end of the day, we are all in control. You see, this journey I've realized for me is this. It is long. Sometimes, I get tired. I get overwhelmed. It gets overwhelming sometimes. But I stay focused because I know that I didn't ask for anything that I didn't give myself. I am just identifying that I gave myself that responsibility how many millions and trillions of years ago. And I am now becoming aware of it because I'm growing into my enlightenment. I have grown in my enlightenment. And I do realize that I'm going to encounter people within this walk of life. Okay, some people are going to be a perfect match. Okay, a perfect match. Soulmates, so to speak. All right. And some people are just going to be mates. And all those different energies are needed to go where we have to go. I get it. I truly do get it. I also know that we can't do this alone. For me, I can't do this alone. I can't. Even the allegorical Jesus, Yeshua, had 12 disciples. We all need people walking with us who are loyal to us. I need my 12 disciples because, in fact, I already have them, because the 12 disciples are the 12 faculties in our mind. However, it manifests into a story of Yeshua and Jesus having 12 disciples: John, Peter, Simon, Paul, etc., Judas. So I also need disciples to walk with me because we have a goal to accomplish. And they need to be loyal. Now, here's an interesting thing. One of the most loyal, in fact, not one of the most, but the most loyal disciple was Judas. You know why? Because Judas will always prove himself to be him. He will always betray you because that's his character. That's his purpose, to betray you. So therefore, I know that I will have my Judas. I know that I will have my Judas who's going to sell me out for 30 pieces of silver. That is just life, period. The ones closest to you sometimes are your biggest enemies. Just like Bob Marley said, some will eat and drink with you, and behind your back they will sue upon you. What that means is they will eat and drink with you, but behind your back they will conspire against you. And that is just the Judas. You see, that allegory applies to each and every one of us. We all have those disciples. We also have the faithful ones like Peter. John the Baptist. Okay, we have to know those things and be aware of that. And appreciate each and every one of our disciples, meaning that those characteristics, those faculties in us, we have to appreciate them and learn to master them. So I know, and I am very, very much aware of that. So I'm going to appreciate all my faculties, all my disciples, but I'm going to keep Judas really close to me. You see, Judas is the one that is my best friend, because Judas is the one that's going to sell me out. Judas is the one that's going to betray me, because that's who he is. He can't change who he is. So Judas is my best friend. I mean, didn't they say keep your friends closer? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer? That's exactly what they are talking about. And my eyes are open. So the reason why I'm saying all that is to let you realize that in life, okay, we are going to go through a lot of different walks with different people, different personalities, different characteristics. And it's not always going to seem like a perfect match. It's not always going to seem like it's a soulmate kind of party. However, it could be a mate, a friend, acquaintance that have to come into our life at a certain juncture, at a certain time, a certain point, okay, to show us some kind of lesson or to assist us in a certain way. And then here comes the time when we got to move on. But the problem is a lot of us don't realize or want to accept when it's time to move on. So we get into our feelings, our emotions. And that is something that I am learning to master. Knowing when to walk away. Because I have a purpose. You have a purpose. You have to decide for yourself when it's time to walk away. I have to know it for me. But realizing that walking away with peace, love, harmony, and light is the key. All right? So I hope that made sense. I know I kind of, went into this a little bit, but I hope it makes sense. Another thing I want to talk about is we as a people. And when I say we as a people, I'm talking about just people in general. But I'm mostly talking about the American Aborigines right now. The so-called black people, so-called African Americans, whatever you want to classify yourself that makes you nationless. I have a couple of questions, or a couple of things, a few things that I want to bring to your attention. You see, once again, I will reiterate that everything we have been told is a lie. It is the opposite of everything, and are we responsible for being in a state of ignorance? To a certain extent, yes and no. I would say no, because when you don't know and the people who taught you didn't know, then you only know what you were taught. So if they didn't know and they taught you, that means that you would know. So it's not really your fault technically. But it's your fault, it's our fault in essence of we have to take responsibility for finding out the truth. Because you see, the truth is written in everyone's heart. Man, woman, child. That truth is in there. The laws of nature, the laws of the universe, the law of the Creator, the Most High is in our heart. And we have to be in tune with ourselves to realize that something is wrong. You see, if you cannot see what's wrong, if you cannot see or identify what's wrong with the lie that you are living, that means you are not truly in tune with the Most High. You see, you are living a facade. You are acting. You are playing an act. You are in a movie and you have a role as an actor. And you haven't identified yourself as the producer, the director. So my question to you is this, right? We have been given a life that is not ours, a facade, okay, an illusion. You were given a name. No, I didn't say that you asked for a name. You didn't ask for it, okay? You were given a name. You were given a nationality. You were given a religion. You were given an identity, a tribe, so to speak. And we spend our entire life defending something we didn't ask for. I'm going to repeat that. We were given a name. We were given a nationality. We were given a religion. We were given an identity / tribe. And we spend our entire life defending something that we didn't choose for ourselves. You know why? It is because we were children. And that's what parents do. That's what children subject themselves to, right? To parents that give them names, a nationality, religion, identity / tribe, or the government, right? That's the parents, right? Ain't it? But we defend it all our lives. At what point are you gonna wake up and say, hey, you know what? I am not a child anymore. I am an adult. What or who you said I was, that's not me. You see, you gave me a name. You gave it to me. I didn't ask you to give me that. I appreciate it, Mom, but no thank you. I appreciated that, but no thank you. That's not me. A nationality. Oh, you're black. Oh, you're African American. Oh, you're this, you're that. Well, guess what? I'm an adult now. I'm going to tell you who I am. That's not me. I am not black. I'm not African American. Those are not nationalities. Those are political classifications. They're political statuses that makes anyone a slave, property, 3/5 of a human, human capital, nationless and stateless. I am not that. You give me a religion. Guess what? I don't want that. Because when I look into nature, I don't see animals with religion. I don't see trees with religion. I don't see the rivers with religion. I don't see the sea with a religion. So why do I need a religion? I'm going to say that again. You give me a religion. But when I look into nature, the first teacher, Mother Nature, the universe, the first teacher, hence university, that's where that word came from. I don't see animals with religion. I don't see trees with religion. I don't see the air with religion. I don't see the water with religion. I don't see the land with religion. As a matter of fact, in their Bible, even their God, Jesus, is against religion. The allegorical Jesus is against religion. But here you are, people are defending being black, African American, and religions. You gave me an identity. Again, you are this and you are that. You are a thug. You are the savages when they first came to our land. But yet still we lived in peace, love, light, and harmony. We healed ourselves naturally from nature. but you gave me an identity. Well, guess what? I am an adult now, and I'm telling you that's not me. At what point, my brothers and sisters, are you going to take responsibility for your life? At what point are you going to stop being a child? Stop being the minority, the minor that they call you, that need a guardian or a parent to handle your affairs? At what point are you going to step up? It is your responsibility as an adult. Stop being a child. Stop being a minor. Stop being a minority. You see, those things were given to us. Why are we defending it? Why? Every man and woman has a right to self-govern. Even Obama said it. Go look it up if you don't believe me. Obama said it in 2013 that our founding fathers, well, they didn't find me because my ancestors were already here. So, but they spoke the truth. Founding fathers, they found us here. But he said that our founding fathers gave us the right and acknowledged our right to self-govern ourselves. But then he also went and said that I'm only the president. And if you don't like what I'm doing, if you don't like my policies, then you have next year or a few years to pick another president. Go look it up. In 2013, what Obama said about the founding fathers who said that we have a right to self-govern ourselves. Go look it up. I'm not making it up. Because we have a right to self-govern ourselves. But one can only govern himself or herself when they are an adult. You see, when you are considered a minor, a minority, a child, you need a parent. I don't need the US to be my parent. Oh, and with that being said, in my last video, I kind of made an error. Well, not kind of, I made an error. Which I already knew. I guess I just got, I'm sidetracked. But the US, the United States, is the corporation. And the United States of America is the Union States. Okay? So let me just rephrase that. In my last video, I said that the United States of America was the corporation. That is incorrect. It is the United States in all caps. That's the corporation. Okay? And that is only within the 10-mile radius of the District of Columbia in Washington. And of course, its territories, Guam, etc., etc., etc. But the United States of America is the organic country, so to speak. So I just wanted to correct that. Like I told y'all before, when I give information that's not complete or incorrect, I will come back and correct myself. And thanks to one of the brothers that pointed that out. So I appreciate that. But my question to you is, at what point are you going to take responsibility for your life? Everything that we have been given is a lie. So it's time to step up as adults and make this happen. Okay? Another thing I want to talk about, last but not least, is we have the sun, but yet still we pay for light. I'm going to repeat that. Before there was any type of light company, how did our ancestors survive and lived for millions of years? Obviously, they had the technology and we were not paying for it. So I'm going to ask you a question. In today's age with so much technology, why do we have the sun and we are paying for light? I'm going to ask you again. How many animals in nature you see paying for light? How many trees in nature you see paying for light? Even a rock that looks dead, that cannot move, is not paying for sunlight. So why are we paying for light? That's number one. We have seeds. You see, nature gave us seeds. So if we have seeds and we have the land, why are we buying food? Why do you eat a fruit and throw the seeds away instead of growing the seeds? Huh? Why do we have seeds and land and we are buying food? I don't see animals in nature buying food. I don't see that. But yet still, we are supposed to be more intelligent than animals, huh? We have rain. Why are we paying for water? I don't see animals in nature paying for water. You see, when are we going to stop being children and be the adults? Okay? The people who are exercising their creator-given rights to be self-governed. And it doesn't necessarily mean each individual just doing anything crazy. No, I'm talking about being responsible for your own life and even coming together and doing it as one. So family, it's time. It is time, but first you have to identify. Identify the shortcomings. Identify what's working against us as a people. You see, life is not that complicated. We make it complicated. Really, we do. You see, this is a whole stage show. Like I said, it's an act. That's why the governments, they have this, they always have acts, you know, acts of this and acts of that. Because it's a role that everybody is playing. The judges play a role. They have policies. And what are policies? Policies are put in place. And guess who enforce the policies? The police. Policies. They are playing a role. The president. What have presidents? Businesses, corporations. They have vice presidents. They have management teams. It's all an act. And you are in a movie. And you're playing a role. And you don't even know that you're playing a role. You're an actor in a movie, but you're always getting killed in the movie. At what point are you going to step up and be the hero? At what point? You see, it's your job to take on the responsibility and say, hey, you know what? That's not my life. I didn't ask for this. I didn't co-sign for this. So guess what? I'm not going to accept this. I am not going to accept it. Stop being afraid. Stop being afraid. So just to summarize, in this journey right here, we chose our path and we have to identify it. Now that you are identifying it, you're stepping into that path. You have to walk with people that have your vision. But keep in mind that you are always going to have your Judas. Even if you have your disciples, you're going to have your Judas. For me, I'm going to make my Judas my best friend. Because he's always going to let me know that I will betray you. I will sell you out for 30 pieces of silver. I know that. So Judas, I appreciate you. Thank you for being so loyal. I also know that the name, nationality, religion, identity, so-called tribe that they give me, I stopped defending that long ago. Because I am stepping up to letting people know who I am. I am that I say I am. Even in the allegorical Bible, the allegorical God told the allegorical Moses, my name shall be I am forever. So when I say this is who I am, you got to respect it. Because I am that I say that I am. And nobody could tell me who I am. So I am an adult now. So I have a right to declare and proclaim and put people on notice as to who I say I am. And it's up to them to respect it. As an adult, I am making ways because I'm learning from nature. I don't want to pay for light when we have sun. I don't want to pay for food when we have seeds. I don't want to pay for water when we have the rain. So hopefully the universe will send the right people, the perfect people, so we could accomplish those things. We could accomplish those things. And again, just to correct myself, the United States is the corporation and the United States of America are the joined states, the state of the union, so to speak. The Union States. That is the organic country, so to speak. Family, I hope you guys appreciate this video, this message. I hope I stayed on point. I hope it makes sense. I hope you do enjoy your day, and I know you will, because you are responsible for that. Chief Kalinago, I love you guys. The GoFundMe is below. Please support it. Peace, love, harmony, and light.